What up, everybody? Mad Viking here. I'm back. First face-to-face video in a while. But today was D-Day. If you don't know what happened, a bunch of people have been released from WWE. Just about a little over a year from the last mass firings. And some of them are head-scratchers, to be honest with you. To me, I think a couple of these releases are strategic. Like when a lot of them last year, I think they just released certain people thinking AEW was going to gobble them all up. Now, granted, they did gobble some of them up, but not the amount that was predicted. Like Ryder, Myers. I don't remember the rest. There was 15 releases. I thought for sure Ryder was going to get a contract, but he didn't. But who did? Rusev. Who did? Well, Big Show wasn't a part of it. I still scratch my head at Big Show. But anyways, some of these names are probably long overdue. And I'm just going to go through them real quick. Name number one on this list is Wesley Blake. Wesley Blake's best run for WWE was in NXT when he was with Murphy. Blake and Murphy. Even Stone Cold was like, these guys are great. They're going to be huge stars. Fast forward how many years later? Murphy's, he had a little run here, but he's back to being buried and forgotten. Wesley Blake, they were good in NXT. Didn't they win the championship? I don't remember. No, I don't think they did. But they were a top tag team. A lot of potential. He got called up in the Forgotten Son stable, which I still scratch my head. How'd they get called up to begin with, and why? Because they weren't over in NXT, and they certainly weren't going to be over in WWE. And the crazy thing is, they were supposed to win tag team titles pretty close to their debut. But what's-his-face, Riker, or whatever his name is now, who's with Elias, some shit came up on Twitter or whatever it was, and that ended their push. They were going to win, what were they on, Raw? They were going to win the Raw tag team titles. Well, Wesley Blake is fired. He's gone, and it's probably going to be the end of his career. In NXT, he wasn't in the best of shape. He was in pretty good shape when he was with Murphy. But when he was in Forgotten Sons, when they first broke up, he tried Beautiful Blake gimmick or whatever. It's on my YouTube channel somewhere, buried on NXT videos. You'll see him. He did a couple-month run as Beautiful Blake. But he didn't really seem to be in shape. He kind of had shitty gear. I was never impressed with his wrestling. So he's gone. Bo Dallas. Now, Bo Dallas, really, I said last year during all the releases, who was it? Curtis Axel? How did Bo Dallas keep his job? I figured Bo Dallas had a safety cushion, and his name was The Fiend. But apparently, that safety cushion has popped, and Bo Dallas is done. Now, I didn't really get to see his Bo Leave run in NXT, and apparently it was really well done, and people enjoyed it. But we saw it on the main roster, and it sucked, and it didn't last very long. He was repackaged with the B team, which got over for a little bit. I mean, they became tag champs, and then they were buried. I mean, didn't they lose the belts to Ryder and Hawkins? And then after they lost the belts, they were forgotten too. Bo Dallas. And it was rumored that he was supposedly going to be joining Alexa Bliss in her little, I guess she's gonna start be feuding with Bray Wyatt. I don't know. Well, obviously that's not happening. That was just yesterday, it was popping up on the internet that was coming. And he was rumored to be the extra crispy Fiend in the costume. Is that true? I don't know. Maybe it is, but he's gone now. Chelsea Green, after her fourth injury, I was like, oh, she's fired. She had a lot of potential. She's a cute girl. I had a crush on her, and then she came to NXT. I mean, a lot of these people that got signed just before AEW, I guarantee you she was one of them that regrets it. No, AEW, I think she worked their first show all in. Yeah, and then she went to WWE. They did offer her a deal, and she chose WWE. Guess what, Chelsea? You'd probably still have a job right now if you chose AEW. She might get a job with AEW. I don't know. We still don't know the future of Tessa Blanchard, and it used to be rumors she was going to WWE. But the last few times I've heard the rumors, it's all been AEW, AEW, AEW. And I would think she would want that schedule, personally, to work for AEW. And if she was there, I would have a feeling Chelsea Green won't be there because when all that crap came up a little over a year ago about Blanchard, she was one of the chicks that jumped on that train and opened her mouth. Whether or not it's true or whatnot, it started a scandal, and a lot of the people that opened their mouth kind of got blackballed in the company. What's her face, who was the one who started it? I can't think of her name. Lisa K or whatever. You could say she wasn't punished, but 2 weeks after she started the scandal, she was pinned and lost the NWA Women's Championship to Thunder Rosa. So I would say, if you're trying to woo Tessa, Chelsea ain't going to be on the roster. So, and also Mickie James. Mickie James is a legend. Mickie James got re-signed how many years ago? 5? What has she done in that entire period? Not that it's her fault. The WWE did nothing with her. She was Alexa Bliss's sidekick for a little bit. That was it. How do you have a female... If Trish Stratus was in that spot, Trish Stratus would be wrestling and been used and utilized. And Mickie James, did she have a storyline? A feud with anybody? No. She was just signed up, taken off the scene, aged out possibly to get a new contract. Maybe she'll get picked up and do one more run for Impact, or who knows. But I would say this is probably her end too. And for some odd reason, a lot of her songs are popping up on YouTube. I don't know, man. I don't know what she's thinking, because they suck. Next one on the list is Kalisto. I don't know what to think of this. He got a decent run. I don't think he liked being stuck in, Lucha House Party. I think, is Lince Dorado the only guy left standing from the group? I think he is, because didn't Grand Metalik quit? No! I think Metalik is the last one standing, because I think didn't Dorado quit a few months back? I don't remember. Somebody probably does. Just mention in the comments. He had I don't know. Did he have a 5-year run? Maybe he got 8. I don't know. He was United States champion once or twice. I think that was it. He might have made the Cruiserweight title once. I don't know. But he's gone. Next up, he was one of the last ones mentioned today, which isn't shocking. I think he really only kept his job because Rob Gronkowski was supposed to join the WWE, and they were going to be like buddy cop partners or something, his sidekick. But Gronk, as you all know, went back to football, joined the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and won the Super Bowl, and has re-signed with Tampa Bay. So Mojo Rawley isn't going to be sitting around on the roster anymore collecting paychecks. You would think he was destined for something when, didn't he win the I can't say the word, inaugural or did he win the second one? Andre the Giant over the top rope battle royal or whatever the hell it is. He won that like back in 2017, and those were supposed to be like stepping stones to greatness. Nobody that won that has stepped anywhere near greatness. I know this year they did it on SmackDown. I couldn't even tell you who won, but it doesn't matter. I can guarantee you that. So he's gone. Mojo's gone. I don't know what his age is. Doesn't mean he won't get re-signed if they still pursue Gronkowski years from now. I know he's playing for the Bucks at least another year. Come on, Cat. Nobody needs to see your... Oh, great. Come on. There you go. But I wouldn't hold it. I wouldn't hold my breath that Mojo gets his job back. Tucker. Not a shocker. Once they split up Heavy Machinery, writing was on the wall. He was not going to be the star of that group breaking up. And either really is what's-his-face. I mean, he's gone. They took the Money in the Bank briefcase from him, for Christ's sake. I got to see him at WrestleMania. He came out on the stage, but he didn't do anything. He hasn't done anything in months. Tucker's gone. I don't even know that he can go anywhere either. Who wants Tucker? It's like maybe he's had an indie career before WWE came calling. I don't know. He was a big dude. They obviously didn't like his look. They obviously didn't like the way they wrestled. I never got Heavy Machinery. I mean, they next to never ever won on NXT house shows that I saw. They beat Undisputed Era on a show, one of their last shows in NXT before they got called up. I guess that was supposed to erase their 2 years of whatever jobbing for NXT tag teams. So he's gone. Now, let me see. Did I skip somebody? Next up, we have Billie Kay. Billie Kay just wrestled at WrestleMania. Didn't she pin somebody for her group, her tag team partner, in that stupid tag team gauntlet women's bullshit, blah, blah, blah. We need to get Tamina over challenge. Honestly, I'm not whatever. She did really well for herself, I thought, in NXT. I used to, oogle her a little bit. She was, she definitely wrestled different when she was doing NXT house shows and stuff. But she's fired. She's let go. But the weird thing is, they also let go Peyton Royce. And this is, I think, because they did this on purpose. Because maybe they think, oh, AEW will gobble her up, and maybe she'll be in the first female member of Pinnacle with her husband. AEW would get a female tag team, a legit one. I still don't get why WWE broke them up. They were super hot, even as heels. And I don't know, Vince hates tag teams, and he just destroys everyone's careers, and he did it with the Iconics. The potential of this is they go to AEW, and they can maybe trademark the Iconic Duo. I don't think the WWE wanted to mess with it. Probably AEW doesn't want to either, but they can pick up a really good women's tag team. I shouldn't say really good. A good one. Heat Magnet. And man, I haven't really seen her on TV anyway. I was going to say, I really like looking at Peyton. And this is the biggest shocker of them all. It was Samoa Joe. Now, granted, Samoa Joe hasn't wrestled in a while. Supposedly, he's another guy that suffered from a bunch of concussions and WWE wouldn't let wrestle. But they made him a commentator, and he did a fairly good job at it. And those SOBs even made him go stand out in the ring in the middle of a thunderstorm for Mania and talk bullshit on night one when we all sat inside and were like, really? Samoa Joe, top talent, big name. Didn't do a lot in WWE. I shouldn't say that. He was, one of the first two-time NXT champions. I think only 2 other people have done that. Did he win any belts in WWE? I can't even tell you. I think he won the United States belt once. He had a good feud with Brock. But I think he also has a very good future. Going to possibly AEW. He will be a part of that West Coast buddy crew of the Young Bucks and all those guys. Brian Cage, blah, 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 blah. They're all pals. So I think he'll land on his feet there as a wrestler. I mean, they just signed Big Show. What would they need another high-priced announcer for on a show that most people don't even watch? I don't even know the show that Big Show's on. Haven't seen him yet. So Samoa Joe has also been fired. I was always a big Samoa Joe fan, but WWE just finds a way of taking talent and just ending them. You wasted Samoa Joe for how many years? He had some injuries, but they weren't big deals. I mean, that was the biggest firing of today. Last year, like I said, what was there, 12, 15 firings? This is what, 10? 10 total? So there could be more coming. There are other firings, but they're production staff and backstage people, and I didn't care to find out who they were because if they weren't mentioned, nobody knows who the hell they are anyway. I also want to mention that Eva Lise has been let go from AEW, but from my understanding, she didn't even have a contract. She was working deals to deals or show to shows. Same thing with her tag team partner, who I can't think of right now. She is vocal about it online. Kind of blames Thunder Rosa, but she blames it because she thinks she was complaining about a certain coach in AEW. I don't even remember who they mentioned, who it was. And basically, she said the minute she voiced her opinion on that matter, she was taken off of TV. She hasn't been seen on AEW TV since February, I think it was. And the rumor was she was going to be let go sometime last month, but she made it another month or so. But like I said, if she's not under a deal, what did it matter anyway? I mean, she was getting paid show to show. I don't know if the WWE would have interest in her because, one, of her past situations in the PC, before it was the PC, with Bill DeMott, and she was one of the vocal crew before it was cool to be vocal and talk out. And I think she quit. I can't remember if she quit or she got fired. But I don't know if the WWE would jump on her, but she's a talented wrestler. I wanted her to get picked up by AEW, and she eventually did, but they never gave her a contract. So that is the big nuke bomb today of firings in the wrestling world. Like I said, there could be more coming. We don't know. Tomorrow we could wake up and there's a whole another 5 or 8. For every wrestler they call up, that's what I always say, it's coming. The axe is coming for somebody eventually. I mean, they called up a lot of people last year and the year before, and they didn't let any firings happen. But eventually they come for you. So that is, like I said, that's today's big deal announcement on firings. Anybody here shock you? Like I said, a few of these people I think have upsides. And a lot of these people, I don't know. I think they're done. Kalisto could maybe go to Mexico. Mickie James, I don't know. Like I said, she might get a final run in Impact. But I mean, how much money does Impact have to spend? Oh, actually, maybe a lot, because I just heard they bought an MMA company. Anthem is supposed to be a multi-billion-dollar company. I don't know who the MMA company is, but they bought somebody. They had money to spend on MMA, so maybe they'll have some money to pick up Mickie James. Maybe the Iconics, who knows. So anyways, guys, that is it for now. Hit like, leave a comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future content. I have tons of videos up from the last week. Please go watch them from Mania Week. Some really good stuff. I got some stuff blocked because I was stupid. I think I was singing too much to the AJ entrance song, and I think that got partially blocked. The New Day video got blocked. I don't know why. Probably because I played the music too long. Or I recorded too long of their music. And I think the really cool intro with Vince coming out before Mania, that didn't really... I think they blocked that too. And they said, oh, it's some of this content is found offensive in certain countries. And it's all these weird countries. Like Middle Eastern countries. So maybe they didn't like American Hero when Hogan came out. I don't know. Maybe that's banned in their country. But I got some of those videos partially banned, but they're still on my channel. I can see them. It's weird. But other than that, I got some great videos of all the other shows I went to at Mania Week. So please go check them out. Hit like on them. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. And that is it for now. I will see you in the next video. Mad Viking out.